Welcome, BBCers, to episode number 245 of the Broken by Concept podcast, the number one League of Legends, SoloQ educational and motivational podcast. Curtis, Charlie, and BBC listeners, we have a unique episode today. Guess your rank. Earlier this week, we put out a post in our WTL Academies as well as the YouTube community section telling you guys to submit clips, email us. We got probably 100 submissions. It was so many submissions. We've picked a couple for today. Well, Charlie has picked a couple for today. Now, obviously, this is going to be a very visual episode. We do have visual. We do have video on Spotify. So if you listen to Apple Podcasts, it's probably going to be bad for you, or Google Podcasts or something like that. So this is probably going to be a better episode. Sometimes we do these. League of Legends is a visual game. Sometimes the downside of having a podcast about League of Legends. But, I mean, we're going to be rambling probably a lot about these clips as well. So I guess what's going to be happening here is Curtis and I, we're going to be testing our skills. By the way, completely gone into this blind.
Only I've seen the clips. And only I've seen the ranks.
Yeah. So we could get exposed this episode, Curtis.
Yeah. We could just be, this is it. This might be our last episode.
Our last episode. Where we
if we've aired this, they've done a good job. I reckon if this doesn't go
well,
we
I don't
just
know.
wouldn't post it. No, we can't. No, we
Yeah, true. Actually, this has gone out. It can't be that bad.
we're going to put our money where our mouth is.
Yeah,
here. And
this is it.
also, what we asked for, by the way.
What specifically? What are we getting here? Should we
So-
explain what we got?
Yeah, so what we got was we asked people to submit about, we said it's about 5-minute clips, because what we want is, where Curtis and I sort of, throw me specifically as well, is sort of seeing sort of the map movements. We'll look at some team fights and stuff here and there.
You want decision making.
Decision making. We're more just I can tell a lot about a player by decision
And
making.
the reason for that is because anyone can look good in a very specific moment, right?
And also people can just send us clips as well like that. Where it's
Yeah, like the top
they're-
1% of their gameplay. That's where
Yeah.
the gaslight comes in. That's where these guys would look terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone could look like a challenger player for 1 or 2 seconds if you're
But that's
like,
but that's also the cool thing about League, right?
It is,
You can
yeah.
look like Faker for 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's
You
why
know?
it's so great. For sure.
So yeah, we've got hopefully between 3 to 5 minutes of gameplay footage that we're going to look at, and then we're going to try and guess
Yeah, we're
the
gonna
rank
guess.
and why. Hopefully why as well.
Well, we're going to say a lot about WoW. I'll have a lot to say about these files, Curtis.
Also, anyone can look like a bronze player as well.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Anyone can
But
underperform.
again, it's harder to tell. It's easier to tell over a 5-minute
Yeah, that's why we
duration.
get the 5
Yes.
minutes. Exactly. It's more sample size within
Yes.
the game. It's very unlikely that you're going to perform like that sporadically in a 5-minute sequence.
And a lot of these Guess Your Rank episodes are the big esports teams do this with pro players and stuff. They're more shorter team fight type things and stuff.
Yes.
And yeah, they get really thrown off by it.
We've also got POV here, so we can actually tell people's where they're directing their attention, what information they're gathering, what are they clicking like. I feel like that's also really important.
100%.
All right, so let's get into it. Again, if you're on Spotify, definitely recommend using the NR Spotify video feature. If not, just jump on YouTube to see the gameplay.
All right, I'm going to load up the first clip.
All right, here we go. Let's say this is a warm-up. I'm warming up here.
So is this one what role?
Yeah,
what
what
role
role?
are we looking at?
Nathan's happy. We're starting off with a jungle clip.
Okay.
Beautiful.
And we're starting with a nice early game clip here.
Even better. I love early game reviews
Exactly
of
right.
junglers.
So Nathan, as we're going through these clips, right? How do you want to do it? Do you want to walk through your thought process, what you're looking for?
Yeah, how do you judge a
What's going on?
Yeah,
here?
well, let's have a crack.
So what this is it's a Gragas jungle game. And the game, I'm trying to narrate to the audio listeners ever so slightly. And this is obviously just the start of the game. He's just done finish his red or his raptors or something. And now he's going to golems.
Yep.
So we'll just play it out. We're going to watch 5 minutes.
All
Ready?
right. Yep.
And you guys can probably take over the controls now if you want to jump around.
Okay, so
So what are you looking for here, Nathan?
he did a Raptors start. So I would say a bronze player is probably not doing a Raptors start here.
He has a red buff, doesn't he?
Yeah, his so we're obviously skipped his 8 camps. He's
he's got 8
Raptors,
CS,
Raptors Red Krog. So he's looking to level 3 gang top, I assume.
He's panned his camera once or twice, so he has panned his camera mid and panned his camera top a little bit.
I would say already the fact that he hasn't panned as much, I think this is no way higher than Diamond.
Okay.
Okay, sees volatility. Nice little E flash.
Beautiful. And the fact that he can do an E flash combo again. So
Okay.
I'm already doing an elimination of some ranks here, Curtis.
What about the wave?
What
So
about
ha-
the speed of what he's
Yeah,
doing
so
next?
what's going on here, Nathan? There's a wave.
Interesting. He took a while to
Yeah,
press
it's
base.
a while to figure out what to do with the wave, and he's actually sort of Yeah, I guess it's. I mean, you definitely don't push that next wave because he wouldn't be able to crash that wave in time. So that's quite advanced, by the way. That's quite.
Yeah, so
good.
walk us through that decision, Nathan.
So do we want to go back here?
Yeah, feel free, jump
Okay,
around.
let's
'Cause, like,
go
that-
down here.
there'll be no spoilers.
Because after that kill, right, the wave is slow building back out to the enemy, right? So wouldn't you want to try and shove this out, or what's the thought? Because I don't know what a jungler would typically want to do here.
Yeah, well, so the way you think about it when you push in a wave to deny CS is you need to think about how can I get this wave in by the time the next wave comes, and that's going to take. I mean, it might be close, but look at how much distance the minions have to walk. I mean,
also,
it might be
both
close.
top laners probably have
and
teleport.
TP as well.
And you also got to think about, I guess, what you're losing, right, on the other side of the map. If it does take, if you do get the wave out, what you're going to lose, right, on the other side.
we do definitely need to be defending our bot camps ASAP because as Gragas, like this gank, the downside of this is that the enemy jungler, unless he knew where he started, I don't think we obviously
don't
skipped
know,
part.
right? Yeah.
You know, he could just be full clear and you can't walk in there, right?
Okay.
You'd be level 4 to, and
Okay,
Gragas is not that type of champ.
So that execution so far, what do you
Do you
think?
like it? Do you like the gank?
What is this matchup? Urgot Fury? Yeah, I think it's fine.
Very snowbally.
I think it's great. Yeah,
Cool.
I think it's fine. And Gragas is definitely.
I think it's one of Gragas' strengths as well.
And
right?
what was the bot matchup, by the way? Do you see what the bot matchup?
Caitlyn Thresh versus Swain something.
Okay.
Swain thing.
We'll see it as the clip goes on.
So a lot of time when I was looking at these clips with the jungle was that the decision making of the jungle of knowing exactly what to do after the wave, the speed in which you do that, it tells me a lot. So he was quite quick. That's actually quite impressive right there.
Okay.
So that actually throws me off a bit because I said that this wasn't well, he came back to hit it. Okay, there you go. Now that I know that this is again,
I just think that like
I'm eliminating Diamond Plus and I'm eliminating Bronze below already.
that's not very specific, but let's keep going.
I think that's some slowly process of elimination.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, what's he paying
Can you
his
move the
camera out of
VODs, the laptop slightly to me?
Yeah, you can. You can move as much as you
All right, so we're running towards bot now. Obviously, got to go defend our bot camps. We're against a Teemo jungle, I see. And there's no way Teemo's down here. Typically, I would say you'd probably want to just double check the blue and the Grompier just in case. Like, he's doing the wolves.
Interesting. So you think he's not entertaining the possibility
Yeah.
that Teemo could be invading?
I mean, it's probably safe to assume. I don't think there's no way Teemo's
Ooh,
here.
he's doing Gromp before blue.
I like that a lot. That's very good.
The early smoke.
So walk us through why is that something you'd want to do?
It was a lot of newer, like this is sort of like a new thing where people just realize, well, not new thing, like the average player, like the gold, platinum, emerald, knows to like keep their camps like sequence. You want to get all your little camps off the map first because they respawn quicker, right? So
you would see that from a gold or a
I
platinum.
would say
player.
nowadays, yeah.
Interesting. Wow.
It's sort of everyone understands.
Okay, so it
that.
does pan camera drop and pings that, which is good.
Pretty good, yeah.
So what would you be looking for here, Nathan? You're obviously going to do this gutter. What are you looking for here?
You're really just there's
Very-
not much to do.
What about the
Okay,
Raptor respawn?
I'm really concerned here that he didn't look at bot.
Yeah, he didn't even pan the
And
camera.
he's
How's
thinking
he
about
know?
going to Raptors, back to Raptors, yeah. Because you need to know instantly after this crab.
Yeah,
whether
you
the
should be
bot's
panning your
gankable,
camera now, right?
Because you need to know, guys, going back to Raptors on the spawn is the most important thing. So yeah, there's no way this is higher Emerald plus. Now I'm even going even a bit further now. So he's done some good things. And like, I think that when I think about like a Platinum, because that's where I'm starting to go here.
Yeah.
A Platinum and low Emerald player like can do some good things here and there, like the path in here, but they're just missing little things here and
It's
there.
the transitions.
Yeah, the transitions. And that's sort of what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's
now.
actually something to say with mid as well. It's always in the transitions you get exposed.
Yeah, so this is a massive exposure here. Like now, like
Why is that? Because you basically you need information
yeah,
to make this
I need to
choice.
know whether I'm going. Like getting back to Raptors on spawn is the number. When you start Raptors, you must get back to Raptors. You're signing a goddamn agreement contract unless there's something more important to do. Because bot's full HP. There's
Because
there's
now,
obviously nothing to
right?
do
If what are the consequences? If he now shows on bot, Teemo could go to his Raptors.
No,
That's what
but,
I'm saying.
should.
but
yeah.
also just wasting time. Like there's nothing to do.
Right,
Bots
it's just
right now.
inefficient.
It's
Well, he
so
doesn't. Or he
inefficient.
doesn't know, right? Because he's not panning his camera.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have no idea. I mean, you could tell just from the meta map. There's no way this is gankable. Yeah, like
It's a low percentage game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just watching someone walk somewhere without kind of checking first.
I mean, like this is just bad by them. Like why is the enemy bot? So I'm actually now even looking at the enemy bot lane and stuff. The fact that they walked up to that.
Okay, so
wave-
now he's burnt sums, right?
Yeah, interesting. So you're trying to choose up what the bot lane
Yeah,
is.
so that's when I'm watching these VODs. Actually, my mindset when we were doing this video, I want to watch everyone and sort of understand. So that bot lane decision making, like, now I'm really sort of getting it down to like maybe platinum or low emerald. Let's just keep looking.
Okay.
So it looks like
It's
he's
just lost. We're just lost now. We just don't know. We're
waiting for.
just
Raptors.
trying to, yeah, he's waiting for Raptors. But the Raptors spawn at 450. Okay, he actually knows the Raptors respawn, which is actually very impressive.
Yep.
He was bang on. He was
Yeah.
absolutely bang on.
Well, because Raptors do so. So if the enemy jungler starts red, Krug spawns at 4 minutes and 20 seconds, and Raptors spawns at 4 minutes and 55.
So he knew that when Teemo showed top, that indicated
He
he
lost
started red,
tempo,
and
yeah.
he lost a bit. Yeah, exactly right.
God, this is actually now becoming a bit of a tricky one, but nah, I mean, there's just...
what do you think about this
factors.
gank?
He's pressured all 3 lanes.
Yeah. Just not valuing...
So he's
tempo that much.
I mean, it's heavy trading. It's
Yeah.
pretty overextended.
I mean, you transition to your Raptors here, and
Yeah.
there's no way you're recoin. You have to do this gank. I'm doing this gank every day of the week.
Get a flash for free.
that was a
Okay.
sloppy Q.
Yeah, okay, so now
Like,
this
why would
is,
you- why
this
would
is
you do
again
that?
what concerns me again, where the play is done instantly.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you know it's
small
definitely
wins.
not Master Plus.
No,
right?
yeah, no, I'll
His
take Diamond
execution of the
Plus.
bot gank, you kind of missed that as well. But the
what
way
happened?
he used his abilities in the bot gank wasn't
Okay.
fantastic.
All right.
The Q usage on the Gragas
That
both
there
times
to
would be
me,
bad.
that
Yeah.
Q, that chase is just like
Just again, lots a lot of little sloppy, slow things. Again, this is the thing with the middle tier ranks. They are good at some things and just really inconsistent with other things. And this is all these little things that they're
Add
missing
up.
in their game.
Teemo didn't go top side at all.
wow.
Sorry,
Teemo's late.
Teemo's very late. How far into the clip are we? Okay, we've got about a minute 30 left before
Minute
you got to make
30
your call,
left.
okay?
Alright.
Pretty close. I think.
You got to
I'm
make
pretty
your call,
close.
let's say.
Okay, so
by
Nathan,
the
what do you
7
see
minute
here?
mark.
What is this?
Well, we're just overstayed. We're just following Thresh. There's nothing to do here.
There's nothing to do here,
I
right?
mean, we guess we can. I think his Gromp and Wolves will be up. I guess he can contest it. Wow, I'm so surprised Thresh is.
Thresh is on the map. What
Thresh
rank is
a
his Thresh?
beast. Yeah.
No, but seriously, that could be a good indicator, right?
Nah, but I think that supports just roam on repeat.
Yeah,
anyway
nowadays they do. I see some
again in
crazy
the middle
roams.
ranks. In the middle ranks again.
I mean, I'm not. I honestly couldn't give you because I'm not a jungler. I couldn't give you a great indicator here, but like my intuition is more emeralds, High emeralds.
You think high emerald?
emerald 2 maybe.
Oh shit! So I'm struggling
What do you
right
think?
now.
I bet I don't know because I don't know what junglers do, right? So I'm just looking at like the.
Thresh is killing it.
God, why do I feel so much pressure on guessing this?
All right,
right?
I reckon you
Yeah,
got to
but
call.
wait, man,
actually,
you're talking.
Let's see what he does really quickly next.
So this is how much? 30 seconds left, Charles. How much time we got?
Yeah, until the clock in the game hits 7 minutes, we'll give you.
I mean, we can pause it here. I don't
Okay.
need it. It does grubs, or we can just keep playing out the clip. I'm gonna go with.
Pause it, I reckon.
I don't want to overthink it too much. My intuition:
What's your intuition?
Platinum 1, Emerald 4.
Okay.
Can I do that? Is it 2
You
ranks?
want Plat 1, Emerald 4
Yeah,
as your guess?
That's
That's
your
right,
guess.
yeah.
Okay. I'm not even gonna guess because I don't know. I genuinely don't have an answer.
So Platinum 1 to Emerald 4,
I'm
no
gonna
answer.
Again take mine with a grain of salt.
You said high Emerald.
I'm gonna say Emerald 2.
He's Platinum 4.
Oh wow.
And it's Lars from the school community,
Oh,
the
of
number one
course.
contributor to our school community.
Okay, well,
so I had
Lars-
to include him as number 1.
Lars.
So your intuition was right. It was definitely like
Low platinum.
Low.
You kind of gaslit yourself. You went up near the end, but you should have trusted your judgment. He's a big Gragas OTP, very big Gragas player.
Oh, I remember reviewing Lars's Corky. I was not happy about when he was a jungle.
Corky jungle.
Yeah.
so. Walk us through, Nathan. When you look at that now that you're off by about 400 LP.
Yeah.
What do you reflect? What now? Like, what do you make of that?
Oh, well, I just think the Thresh just tricked me at the end there. Like, contesting those camps was really, really smart. But, I mean, I'm going to
But do you think that's really a smart play if you really analyze it? He just got both sums on bot. You got a Caitlyn.
Nah,
You're just
but-
ditching your Caitlyn and roaming topside.
No, but a lot of people wouldn't know what to do with Thresh there. But maybe it's just
That
all-
Thresh is a Platinum 4 fill player.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure that's just a random roam for the.
Yeah.
He didn't actually.
I don't think
about
it's
that.
planned.
Yeah.
Do you think? My question would.
But you don't know that.
Do you think a Platinum Thresh knew the Wolves and Gromp were respawning for
No.
Teemo?
I would
right?
say no.
No,
No
way.
way.
Sometimes you get lucky.
I think it's just like they were both playing off each other being there. It kind of felt right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
I think he had a roam window exactly right. It's like, oh, Gragas is here anyway. I saw Teemo on the Raptors.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
he's
Let's
just
go.
chasing Teemo.
He's just
That's
chasing
all he's
Teemo.
doing. He's chasing Teemo into
Exactly
the jungle.
right. He wasn't planning. And he's like, oh, Grubs is coming up soon anyway. I can, hang around.
All right.
Okay, good starting point. So you're about 400
Okay.
LP off.
I'm happy.
I
That's
was
a
way
warm-up.
off, but
Yeah.
I knew I was going to be way off.
Yeah.
So
I
Okay.
think that the first VOD there, I think like if I was to look at mechanics of that game, then platinum, I would maybe low platinum. That makes a lot of sense. So maybe the mechanics is actually the thing you need to more so look at. Maybe people will have good decisions because
that was only the first one.
because
We'll warm up.
the other thing as well, and people might be just think I'm making excuses here, but people I assume would be sending in like VODs of like their best games. So like
We don't know.
You know,
Maybe they could be
maybe
both,
not,
though,
but
right? They could be sending their worst
assume,
games.
I assume. Okay, let's
We
keep
don't know.
going.
Okay.
Where everything sort of clicks. You know,
I
it
don't know,
looks
but dude,
like-
they could trick us the other way. They
Yeah.
could be sending their worst performances.
Okay. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
We've got ourselves a mid lane game this time. This is a mid lane sequence of Hwei. We're starting at the 8-minute mark, so we're in the late lane, Curtis. I'm going to move this one closer to you.
Okay.
So you can have a look.
All right, so let's just play. Where are we at?
You're at the YouTube clip goes for 5 minutes, so you
Okay,
can watch
cool.
this whole YouTube clip.
Okay, so we're playing Hwei here.
202. So would you look at CS numbers? Would that be a curiosity thing about knowing that rank? Like, would you instantly know it's not a
Can
challenge?
you move it a little bit closer to me,
Yeah, feel free to move it as much as you want.
Nathan? Because I can't reach it. Yeah, there we go.
Would you look at the CS numbers? He has 59 CS at 8 minutes and be like, there's no way that's challenger?
Yes, definitely an indicator, right? 64 CS, especially in a matchup like ASOL. 202, 8 minutes 40.
Are you looking for jungle?
Okay, so what I'm looking for here, the first thing with the Hwei is, the quality of their ability usage. What sort of combos do they do? I do like the punish on the reset, pretty straightforward. Jungle coming out on bot side.
Warwick jungle. Warwick skips all his camps to gank at level 6 with
Okay,
no
so
brain.
I mean, look, Jarvan did show on bot, right, from before? Yeah, so Jarvan did show on bot. So this does show maybe a little bit of tunnel vision. Potentially a bit of just greed, though. Could just be greed for that cannon. He wanted to get that extra wave in, so I can understand that. This is a mistake that it's hard to read because it depends on whether or not they were factoring in Jarvan being there. Sometimes mid laners just get greedy. Sometimes even I make mistakes like that. It's like, oh, I really want to squeeze in that cannon wave, get an extra wave for Pride.
But he looked like he was threatened. He knew he was threatened.
Yeah, he was already kind of backing
So that's
off.
quite impressive.
He had a bit of intuition.
There's a bit of intuition there. And you can see the ability usage there. Let me just...
What do you think about that fear? Does that fear tell you much?
Well,
is it
the
a hard fear to land?
EQ is good to use here. That is the correct ability. I probably would have liked to see it actually on the ASOL, to be honest, and then just tank the Jarvan combo with your WW, to be honest. But that's, it's just nitpicking. Okay, so we have got... Is that a ward on the bot side? I can't tell. Okay, so you're getting the vision on top side. This is
No
good.
vision on bot side.
So, okay, very good. This is good fundamentals.
Because he knows Jarvan's going to come back top out of base.
Well, it's just
right?
it's just a beautiful warding location. It gives you a lot of ability to lean.
Yeah.
Getting prio here.
Is this how you would approach this lane? Just constantly throwing those, what are those, QEs
There's
on the wave?
QEs on the wave.
Yeah.
At this stage of the lane, it's okay to do. I would probably want to pressure a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm not seeing much trading.
But your mindset here wouldn't be to trade with around, so wouldn't it just be scale and just wave
You kind of
clear?
want to do a bit of both if you can. Go for high value abilities, high value QEs through the wave onto the ASOL. But it is good to play for prio like this, and then you can start to posture up afterwards. We've got to be careful though because we don't have flash. But we've got that beautiful ward on top side. This leaning is extremely questionable.
Because you want to be leaning towards your ward.
Yep,
Yeah,
typically you want to
this
be
is-
leaning towards your ward. This is
Interesting.
okay.
This
so
is concerning, yeah. What do you say? So, Curtis, what are you thinking? I want you to think about your process of elimination from ranks now, right?
well, let's take a look at the ability usage here. I mean, that EW is just very sloppy. That's just very sloppy. And you wouldn't QE there. You would just QQ probably. Some very sloppy ability. So for me, it's definitely not diamond, I don't think. It's definitely not diamond. It's definitely not like silver. I think it's like with the quality of the fundamentals.
I'm getting platinum vibes again.
Yeah. I'm getting platinum somewhere in there.
The fact that he's not leaning towards the ward is concerning. Is that a thing?
Okay, so Jarvan is showing on top side here, so this is where you can sometimes be a little bit more aggressive. I don't mind shoving to make them react, especially since your Warwick's top side. It looks like we have Grub spawning on top side, so I do like playing for prio. I don't know what they do here. You can posture up aggressively here. Very...
Just
like,
too safe.
Yeah, just like, we're just being a little bit too
Yeah.
conservative. Okay.
You know the principle here, Curtis? Let's just pause this for
Yeah.
a second. Is that platinum players, again, sort of, I'm not going to say in the middle ELO bracket, they have very rigid ways of playing the game or have things. So I reckon what his mindset here is
Play for prio.
play for prio, and just
Be
don't
there for
and
grubs.
don't really like don't
You're not
really look
min-maxing.
for
They're not
min-maxing.
You're not adapting.
Yeah, they're not adapting to like a rallying soul have bad position
Yeah.
or whatever, and just sort of throwing out sloppy
There's
skill
no
shots.
opportunistic trades.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because his mindset is like, oh, I'm against a rallying soul. This is just a farming poke tower lane.
And that is generally the reference point with Hwei in the later stages. You
Generally,
are
yeah.
kind of playing for waves and getting prio and like, yeah.
But you also got to be like ready to strike.
Yeah,
at
so,
the end
yeah,
of it,
exactly
so,
right.
yeah.
That kind of what we got, X factor is,
Yep.
is kind of missing. So I just want to take a look at the ability usage under tower here. So okay, that's a WE. I like this. This is good. I think what you would really want to do there is try to time your EW maybe a little bit better with the cannon, but you did get the damage. I also don't like that QE. I would really prefer QW there. You would really want to EW than QW. Okay. Yeah, this is good. I think this would be getting close to a good reset window. We're sitting on a lot of gold. Our jungler's also dead. I would be really looking for a recall soon, but I guess there's a lot of kill threat here.
Would you be crashing single waves like this?
Yes, given the map state, yeah,
Whoa.
it is fine.
Oi!
Nice little QW.
I'm concerned about Rallying Soul.
It could be an emerald. Could be low emerald. It could be an emerald 4. It could be high plat.
I want you to think about it from a Rallying Soul's perspective. What elo would a Rallying Soul die to that?
Yeah,
Curtis?
interesting.
Like
Sticking around a low HP like
yeah,
that.
what do you reckon about that? Like greeting for these waves? Because I feel like that this death, I'm very upset about this.
Well, look, okay, let's get specific. Look at the movement here of ASOL, okay? So ASOL was anticipating Hwei's ability. See how he stutter steps, he Qs, and he's waiting for the EW.
Oh, that's cool.
That's actually very intentional movement. You can see he's actually trying to get away from the Hwei. That actually was pretty high level, to be honest. I think that was not super low level. Because ASOL was contemplating Hwei using that E quite aggressively. Okay, so... Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I guess you can overstay. You got TP. It's not really the play that I would make. The reason being is that your jungler's going to be wanting to do grubs here. I'd want to be getting back on base, resetting, spending my gold TPing so I can complement my Warwick. Because now if something happens on top side, you have no adaptability. See what I mean? So this is just definitely, I would say... Yeah, it's someone that has... You can tell they have Hwei mastery, but they're lacking like the... I mean, that's pretty stock standard. You see that in silver and gold. It's not overly complicated. All right, so I'm going to... I mean, how
long
much
we got
longer?
left?
Okay, we're close.
You can make a call now if you want.
50 seconds.
You don't have to watch
I'm
the whole 5
definitely...
minutes.
No, we'll play it out. I'm definitely thinking... I'm personally thinking high plat, like emerald. I'm thinking like emerald 4. That's kind of what I'm thinking, roughly in like emerald. Because, again, like... They're tunnel visioning on the 1v1. They're not thinking about the game like super holistically.
Yeah.
You could tell
there's not much camera panning around or like info gathering.
And there was also the sloppiness with the warding at at one stage.
I would have loved to know what would happen if Jarvan decided to repeat gank this game.
Yeah.
Like what would have happened?
Okay, so what would you
I don't
in?
even need to go further. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm just gonna go with my gut. My gut was like Emerald 4.
I'm going to actually say Platinum 4 because I'm now starting to focus on the mechanics a little bit more of things. And some of those skill shots I was not really happy
Or
with.
P1, P1 Emerald 4. I'm just gonna say Emerald 4.
I'm saying Platinum 4, Charles.
Okay, one moment. I need to find actually who sent this clip again.
I'm nervous now.
It's nerve-wracking,
It's
isn't
hard.
it?
It's actually harder than I thought.
I mean, I
I
think...
think you might be right. You might be right. It could be like a platinum. It could be high plat.
So sorry, repeat.
I said Emerald 4.
I said Platinum 4.
Yeah.
Emerald 4.
Wow.
Bang on.
Curtis.
Bang on.
Fuck, all right.
Emerald 4.
All right.
Yeah, and this guy's a big Hwei player. 100 games of Hwei.
Nice.
But he's actually a Vex. He's played 400 games of Vex.
Yeah, right.
Little
So,
more-
okay, so the reason being I said Emerald.
Emerald 4 on the dot.
on the dot. So,
That's pretty crazy.
I mean, I think, look, it's only one. I could get worse from here. But my intuition, again, so it was the tunnel visioning on the 1v1.
The rigid view of the game.
Very rigid. It was like not min-max. There was room for improvement with trading, just in terms of the aggressive posturing and some of the finesse with the trading. There was also that misexecution mechanically on that Jarvan gank. There was the inconsistent leaning. It was the lack of awareness, the timing of your reset and syncing up with the second rotation of grubs.
what about what would separate him from like a high gold player or a platinum player? What was he doing well to get him to Emerald 4?
He was definitely keeping up the pressure quite well on the ASOL. I did like how he was being quite relentless with that pressure. And that will just get you LP. Like,
Yeah.
like if you're
Just
like
skill checking your opponent.
yeah,
like
skill
that.
checking your
Yeah.
opponent, landing your damage, like being relentless. And he did have that ward. He did ward and lean a little bit. That ward location tells me it's definitely not lower than gold because people in like silver just have super inconsistent fundamentals.
Sure.
And yeah, just that level of champ mastery will get you to at least platinum minimum. So yeah.
Cool.
All right, what's next for us, Charles? We'll get another different role here. A role
Yeah.
that Curtis and I don't play.
Oh, you want a different role? Okay, I was going to do another jungle. We'll do a different role.
No, let's go back to jungle.
We can do another
warmed up.
jungle.
I'm warmed up now. I want to do a jungle.
I think this is a mid-game clip.
Nice.
Jungle mid game.
All right, here we go.
Well, it's not super mid-game. No, it's not actual mid game.
Okay.
We're at a 10-minute mark.
Okay.
10 to 15 minutes. So crucial part of the game for junglers. 10 to 15 minutes. Here we go.
No, to be honest, believe it or not, I actually view the 15 to 20 minute mark.
Start playing.
Well,
be-
15 to 20 is when you can ruin the game for sure. So this is 10 to 15.
So Jarvan gameplay here, Nathan. 77 farm by 10 minutes.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, for Jarvan, pretty good. Or is it just good in general?
Yeah, just good in general. Even for a farming jungler, this is probably the numbers. And he's really good map participation.
Good camera panning here. I like the camera panning.
Like, this looks like already diamond, you know? Like, or it could be diamond and above. Like, this could be master.
Just look at the execution here.
Wait, he's missed an EQ.
He didn't use E, he used Q.
Uh-oh. This is down, going away from
Well, there's a
master.
lot of little micro things that he missed his initial EQ.
That one was nice.
He got AoE'd, by the way, by the Alistair EQ. But the thing with junglers just typically have average skirmishing anyway, don't they?
Well, again, Curtis.
I mean, I've seen you in my games.
Well, no, I'm like an extreme. Like, I have like pure decision making and no.
True. Nowadays, you can get high.
My EQ is pretty good.
So yeah, I'm looking at mechanics. So if I just looked at this clip right now, I would say like looks like this could be a master plus grandmaster game. Like 104, 81 farm, like 5 kills participation and high farm is very impressive. And he has 3 grubs. He's not given all the grubs, so that's really, really clean, right? There's clean fundamentals going on here.
That's a hard EQ anyway. And
Yeah, I think that's a hard EQ.
I think an argument can be made just use it anyway to get in range.
Yeah, that's right. I think this is fun to
that's fine.
start smacking him. And I like how we hold flash there. I think
Holding
that's good.
flash and ult.
That's hard to predict because he flashed. I think that's very normal. I think a lot of people get.
I
hit by
mean,
that.
I've messed up EQs as well.
Well, I don't even know if he messed it up. It could have just been a decision thing, right?
Nah, you EQ there every time. That's a pretty good clean EQ. Okay, so there's no way this is iron, obviously. There's no way this is bronze. There's no way this is silver. There's no way this is gold. A platinum Jarvan wouldn't have this.
Oh, so a platinum Jarvan. I mean, a gold. So why is it not gold? Yeah, they just wouldn't have this farm.
They wouldn't have this farm.
What about that
Participation
immediate
with grubs,
response
no.
to go enemy raptors? What rank would you start seeing people do that?
Instantly going to the Raptors
Straight
there.
into dragon.
Literally, like, no hesitation.
This is very clean transitions, dude. He went straight Raptors, straight dragon.
Yeah.
Like there's
This
no
is
hesitation.
decisive.
He cancelled the dragon knockup with the Q. Come on, there's a little bit of finesse there as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite impressed. I mean, I'm thinking diamond right
This is
now.
This is a hard one, dude. This is actually a really tough one.
So this looks very.
Could it be a Gurren?
No, the Mr. EQ.
Okay, so we're ruling out Challenger.
Yeah, well, no, I've ruled out Master based on that Mr. EQ.
Oh, so we're
Yeah.
No
ruled out-
way.
I'm in the. I mean,
Dude,
What are
those
you
transitions.
talking about? You,
Nathan,
you don't think this can be above Master?
missing that
interesting.
EQ. Okay, maybe I'm
Keep
too harsh
watching.
on the missing EQ. Let's keep watching.
Like Curtis said, junglers are really bad at
But
skirmish.
Charles, do you know the rank, Charles?
I've not looked at this rank now.
Oh, so you don't know either.
No.
Okay. Okay, so can you go back here, Nathan? What
Okay,
was this? Can you walk through this?
feel
Whole...
like this could be all a
So what's the thought process? He did Raptors. He did Dragon.
Okay, so
Grubs is now up, right?
right now you're thinking Ari means the base, and Ari has no ults, right? So I would say this is probably a bit more of a red light, but Jin and Blitz are both here. So I guess if you guys want a 4-man Grubs, go for it. If your team wants to come
Top
in,
lane has
adapt.
Cryo?
I would, if my bot lane wasn't here, I would be recalling, and even just. Like the reality of the situation is that, I mean, I guess there's a Nasus top, so I'm not threatened of losing. I feel like I'm in a lot of control of this game. You can do a lot right here. You can
He's
recall.
strong as fuck as well.
Yeah, you can recall and just give Grubs and just play for his Raptors and just kill bot again, like with Blitzcrank. I don't know what the bot matchup is just yet. Or what you can do is, just go contest. I mean, your Blitzcrank and everything's
Bot
here.
matchup's Cogmore Alistar, remember?
Cogmore
They were-
Alistar,
they were
that's
mid
right.
before.
Yeah, that's right.
He looks like he wants to go for the second rotation.
Because the thing about this fight that doesn't feel high percentage is that I have no ult, Ari has no ult, and Ari wants the base.
Is Alistar on a move timer?
Yeah, I think everyone's
Alice
has
is
a move
moving
timer.
mid as well.
I mean, but again, I would say
that is a crazy EQ.
yeah,
that
that's
EQ is
mental.
crazy.
Because look at what's the kill threat here, right?
Yeah.
I've got a Blitzcrank. 3 people in him
Look
are
at the
is
lack
a
of
basing.
awareness of Yasuo and Al. I would never EQ here. Just let the Amumu die. I mean, let the Amumu just get chunked. That's it.
I think what the mindset of this player is that we can't lose Grubs. I decided to sell the map to do Grubs. I can't adapt.
Right.
Like he clearly has not thought about Ari basing at all there.
Yeah.
So that's why it can't be,
Can't be
Master Plus.
Okay.
But again,
Automate
this
no van
farm-
limits perfectly.
No.
I'm just pushing you. I gotta challenge you.
So I'm currently living in the Emerald 4 to Diamond 1 bracket right now.
I don't think this is. I'm just trying to compare with what we saw before. This is way higher level than the last one.
That's right.
The other one was Platinum 4. This is way higher level.
Yeah. I guess we can compare a little. Skipping all camps to do the grubs.
Interesting. I'm noticing Blitzcrank is deploying bot right now. When the
Yeah.
wave is actually in a really good spot for support and
But,
so
but
Blitz
also
could easily
supports
be
can
deployed.
easily get autofilled all the time though. That's the thing. I never trust. It is low level though.
It's happening on my screen, so I'm pointing it out. But
It is low
It
level.
could be real. What do you think about how this Amumu's playing? By the way, like, could we make any inferences based on
Yeah.
that?
I think the Samuru is just. This does not feel like a good. Like, this Jarvan is 100 times better than the Samuru in this game. This feels.
It does not feel like high diamond, does it? It feels like
No.
it feels like a
I'm in Emerald now. I'm starting to be in Emerald now. Based on what the
camera
Amumu's
panning.
playing.
What do you think the camera panning, the awareness?
Cool.
Okay.
There's no minion wave here, but I
Okay.
guess
good
you can go
awareness.
here,
I think
yeah.
that's very good awareness, dude. He was like constantly panning his camera. Like, I actually really respect that adaptability, dude. Look at just go back to that adaptability, Nathan. Look at this.
So he's initially going for camps.
and then like pans his camera, sees that. Like
Yeah.
that was like
Very fast.
That was good, dude. I respect that.
Well, I don't know, Curtis. I don't see much of that because a lot of people just go, I see person, I go kill, like I have ult.
That is a skill that junglers tend to have, Curtis.
Okay.
Is being able to see when people are fighting.
Okay.
I think the more respectful thing would be to say, okay, Ari can survive this. I can go back to my camps.
Yeah,
and she doesn't die.
I-
That would be cool.
I generally don't even think this is a good play, Curtis, because there's no objective up. You don't get anything from
from
this
an
kill.
Ari perspective, this is a terrible play.
This
I don't want this actually.
Yeah.
no, Jarvan wants to farm his camps right now.
Jarvan and Ari burning ult for no objectives,
Yeah.
denying no minions.
Very low value.
So low value. But I'd see lots of low value ganks in Diamond. But yeah, this. So the clip started amazing, and now we're slowly seeing
the
more, and it's
weaknesses.
going down now.
So there's some good things. Like I think what I do like about this guy's play is that he's decisive.
Yeah, just send it. Just how you learn.
He's decisive.
Yeah.
Like he's not making the best decisions, but he's decisive. He's committing to his decisions.
So what will happen now?
Transitions are also pretty good, even though again, it's not that the decisions are like A+, but like he fucking makes a decision quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
In the chat, they literally typed jungle diff, by the way. The Mimir is playing horrendously. The fact that like Alistar and Cogmore like dying to the Jhin Blitz is like, what's going on there? Like, why are they fighting? Like, that's concerning. Like,
that happens in my
It looked
game.
pretty close, dude. Like that.
yeah, right. Maybe you're right. Yeah.
What about the types of champs in the game? What about the fact that it's Garen?
Yeah,
Nasus
Nasus.
top?
That's a bit concerning.
Garen versus Nasus. Does that tell you
But
anything?
you'd see Nasus's and Garens and stuff, I guess,
Okay.
in Diamond and stuff. Okay, we have a lot of gold here. This guy's like full HP with no ults. Yeah, I
Wow,
mean, this I just hate this
interesting.
gank. This is pointless in my eyes. This doesn't extend the game.
Dude, this reminds me so much of when I was coaching jungle. Just seeing these type of
yeah,
games, like
yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
is
what we should be
terrible.
doing here, I mean, think about it.
that's just so
We're
telling.
playing off Ari, R, and your R. That is the high percentage things here. And you should just be playing off mid and bot. Like, didn't Yasuo have no flash? Whatever?
This
Bot
can't be.
tower is also so easy to break, by the way. It's 1 HP. If I'm Jhin Blitz, all I want is my jungler to
This
base
is
come
such
bot,
an
break tower.
inconsistent way of playing the game.
Yeah.
in
All right,
my
Emerald
opinion.
4. That's
You're making
Emerald
the
4.
Yeah, there's no way diamond.
Wow, interesting. Okay, I haven't looked at this. Let's have a look.
We've
Emerald,
lost the plot.
Emerald 4
Yeah,
straight up.
Yeah.
Okay, I respect it.
Curtis, are you making a call, or are we just gonna stick?
What are you
silent?
saying?
I mean, did you make a guess for mid?
I did, of course.
What
We
did you
have
say?
to both
Oh,
guess.
you said
I play
P4,
it for,
right?
yeah.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say,
Come on, Curtis, think.
I'm gonna say E3,
Platinum 3,
E3, Emerald 3.
Emerald 3,
Yeah,
I'm Emerald 4.
Platinum 2.
well, pretty close.
Okay.
So you were very close, Nathan. Platinum
Okay.
2, 20 LP. He has peaked
Holy shit.
Emerald 2 this split.
Okay, I
so
was
he's
gonna
jumping around
say.
Emerald 2 to Platinum 2. So you equalize them. That is Emerald 4.
Yeah, there you go.
So you're pretty close.
I mean, that is a person that,
Make sure you next to your mic.
That's a person that has a lot of potential.
There are a lot of
there.
potential,
That's,
yeah.
that's-
Awesome, yeah.
It's close.
They're the type of players that get coaching and just fucking skyrocket.
Yeah.
You can tell.
That's close.
There's a few missing concepts there that could be timed up.
It's just a bit of good bad gank at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Like-
just good back gang.
They need to learn when to say
item
no.
inventory,
Yeah.
and win condition assessment.
Win
and
con
stuff.
assessment.
Win condition assessment is the
Players
next
like
level
that.
for Emerald.
Okay, so like what I'm noticing, first thing I see when I see a lot of Emerald players in general, is that they lack the bigger picture thinking about the game. They know how to like play a fight well or like position,
Have high farm, be
have
efficient.
farm, but like they don't understand the big picture of the game. That is the biggest like tell. You know, he didn't understand what his job was that game and how you win the game holistically. Yeah,
Ari ult, Blitzcrank,
Killing the
and,
Nexus.
and when I have no ult as Jarvan, I should
Just
probably be
farm
hitting my
camps.
camps.
Exactly right.
Yep. All right.
And nothing about what Ari wants and all that. But I mean, to be honest, I coach my Diamond players that as well. But yeah, the combination of sort of the Misty Q there.
So you're pretty close. You're basically bang on. You're like probably 100, 200 LP out. But he could fluctuate that E4 easy.
That's right, exactly.
So he
right.
could be an Emerald 4 player if he's playing at his peak. You know?
Yeah. No, I think
Pretty close.
I think Emerald 2 as a peak makes a lot of sense. That could definitely look like an Emerald 2 player.
He could swing. He
Yeah.
could definitely swing.
Alrighty. Let's have a look at this next one. Going for an 80 carry clip this time. This
All right.
could be hard.
This is going to be hard.
I have not seen the game, seen the thing, but I'm just gonna let you guys guess because I think
Yeah.
I probably know who it is.
You're the host.
Okay, so
It's a laning phase. We're playing Jinx in lane
It's
from,
a
from
lane
literally the
phase.
start of the game. Yeah, that we did not get many like proper mid game 30-minute deep submissions. There are a lot of early game stuff.
a lot of early games. Okay.
Yep.
So, okay, so let's just. Okay, I think there's a lot in the level 1, surely. Right, so we're not on the wave as it meets. They have a Leona Jinx into a Kai'Sa Rel. Surely Jinx Leona can do something.
They should have push.
Yeah, surely you would have like. I think isn't Jinx way stronger?
And yeah.
So how I would always describe this
I don't
matchup
play
in a
bot.
review is like Jinx wants to play for the wave.
Yeah.
Kai'Sa wants to play for short auto Q trades.
Right.
And both supports actually thrive in the extended all in.
Hmm.
So Jinx, both AD carries should be trying to hit level 2 first as soon as the wave arrives because whichever lane hits level 2
Jinx
first.
in general, I always
obliterates.
feel like has a pretty solid level 1. I've always felt like it's not
getting
terrible.
push, yeah.
Yeah, getting push.
Getting
I've-
push and spacing
the
some
fact
autos.
that he wasn't contesting push at all was interesting.
Yeah, so you're putting Jinx
That
lower.
positioning as well, by the way, how he positioned right next to the Leona to give Rel a very high value W. See what I mean? Like, I would never. You wouldn't really put yourself right next to the support there. You would always try to make the Rel make a choice. Surely, like I would always be moving kind of diagonally there or horizontally. Okay. Nice. Okay, see with the wave here. Pretty straightforward. Is that the jungle? I can't see shit here on the laptop, but is that the jungler pathing where?
Move it forward. Move it a lot. I'm get a lot of slack.
We have a very small minimap. I'm spending my time looking at the minimap a lot, by the way.
Oh really?
So when I see a small minimap, it concerns me. Even in reviews, I was like, why is the minimap so
Yeah,
small?
and me too. When I look at clones have small minimaps,
I can't play the
mine's
game.
at 75%. Mine's massive.
And you're an
mine's
ADC
huge.
as well.
Yeah. I'm blind as a bat, eh?
okay, so the AD carries did pull the wave.
Was it the Rel or was it the...
Looks like the Kai'Sa. The Kai'Sa actually did pull the wave.
Yeah.
So,
What concept, what elo would people start pulling waves in, you think? Platinum? Do people, I think gold players and platinum players can pull waves.
I've seen, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
gold players forward.
Yeah.
All right, we'll fast forward a bit here.
All right, so I want to see how they deal with this freeze. This is going to be interesting.
Jungler's
to
in
me.
a good position.
I mean, I guess it's hard to freeze against Jinx. So there is no freeze here.
Oh, they did freeze. They just lost. They just sucked it up. They just lost a bit of farm. They could just break the freeze though.
Yeah, they can just break the freeze. The Jinx pretty
This
easy.
is just something you have to deal with. There's like the likelihood of them being able to slow build the last waves before basing was really low. So this is normal.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't even really know what an AD carry is meant to look like because they over-index in mechanics anyway. So
And at this stage of the game, they're just farming most
Yeah,
of the
not
time
really
as
much is
well,
happening.
right? Maybe we need to look more at the supports.
I'm
end of
just
this fight
that's what I'm
or-
trying to think of as well.
or
The supports
jungle.
is an interesting. I like the engage there while the rel was split. I think that was actually a very nice little engage there.
Oh, good chompers! Wow.
Mm.
This is so funny. You guys
Okay.
looking at 80 carry gameplay.
Yeah, it's out of my comfort zone. That's for sure. Okay, look at Jinx's positioning here, by the way. Just side note, look at the positioning. So we go back all the way to this tier 2 bush. So we're being very conservative. We don't have flash. And then we see Rel out of position. So Leona just makes the executive decision. Get a nice little auto off. Yeah, it was nice E. Very decisive. Good W. Okay. I'm also looking at the quality of the decision making from that from that Kai'Sa. You know what I mean? Like, could Kai'Sa have played this better? Because that's pretty. It was a pretty serious, very big tunnel vision.
Sloppy.
Yeah, pretty sloppy. I don't know. I could be completely off here, but it looks to me like gold or something. It looks pretty amateur hour with the conservative positioning, and the way the Kai'Sa committed there.
What about ability usage? What do you reckon?
The Chompers was good though. That, to be fair, I don't know how good the ability usage is with gold 80 carries. Maybe because like the kits aren't overly complicated, so they can work on it. But
what about support ability usage? What do you reckon? What have you seen?
And so far, okay, I guess. Interesting from the Leona there. Wow. I respect the way the Leona played that. Like, he was on a mission. She kind of knew. Yeah, I think the Leona is actually not bad, honestly. I think the Leona is very decisive. I think the Leona is...
Nathan, you're very quiet.
I'm so confused. I'm just observing.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I'm actually looking at the Karthus, by the way, if he's on camps on spawns in the timer. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Was he?
You're not even going to try for the 80 carry.
No,
Look at
well,
what
like
they're
I'm just.
What do you think from the Karthus perspective? Is he farming pretty well?
Well, he did start blue, which is great. I mean, but most Karthus know to start blue and full clear top to bot. And then he gave the crab, by the way. It went to the top crab, which is very actually well played. So that's quite impressive. That's
okay. Rel roam as well. This is a good little roam window on the grub spawn, and bot wave's in a good position. So I actually think that's a very, very nice rel roam, to be honest.
So we've seen supports roam in the Platinum game so far as well, haven't we?
Okay. I mean, there's not really too much they can do here. Turn it into a dragon.
so the rel roam to grubs. Is that what happened here?
Well, the rel roam topside.
Yeah,
But I think it's a
topside.
well-timed roam, though, because the wave was
Yeah,
actually in a very good position for Kai'Sa and grubs as well. And that's it.
Oh, that's the clip. God damn
Interesting. Very hard. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't have no faith in my ability here.
This is fun.
I'm going to say based off the support movement, the ability usage from the Jinx, the decisiveness of the Leona, and just the way that Leona positioned in that bush as well, I'm going to say I wouldn't be surprised if it's like high platinum, to be honest, thinking about it and stepping it through.
Guys.
I'm going to say because of the Karthus.
Hey, we don't look at bot. Come on, we could be off, but like...
Because the Karthus gave the bot crab, even though he passed bot, I'm going to say it's Diamond 4.
You went that far.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say P. I'm just gonna send it.
And you know how you question the Kai'Sa and stuff. I think just sometimes ADC players just play really.
I'm gonna say
badly.
P. I'm gonna say P2.
Okay, and what was just one reason before I reveal the rank? What is a reason he's not higher than P2? That Jinx, or anyone in the game. Why is that Leona not higher than P2?
I think the
Based off the supports that you see in your games, like. What were supports you see in reviews?
I will also say
Jinx didn't contest the wave level 1 either. The way that Jinx positioned level 1 just suggests that I just don't
that's
think
so
that
concerning.
that
Yeah.
like if you're a Jinx player and you're in Diamond Plus, I just don't think that's the way you would play Jinx in
enough.
Diamond.
Oh, wait, before you say as well, by the way,
Yep.
the other thing why I say Diamond 4 is that 2 engage supports in a game below thing. The engage supports are more of a high.
That's actually, now that you mention that, now that there is 2 engage supports, actually, you very rarely see engage supports at like lower elo brackets. Actually, 2 of them. You typically see them in Diamond Plus games. Actually, yeah. No, fuck. Now and the rel roam.
All right,
and the decisiveness of that engage. You've reminded me. I could. Yeah, no, you're right. Nathan, you're right. I think it is Diamond 4. I'm going to say Diamond 4.
He's Master Tier 100 LP, peaked 200 LP this season.
So way off. So we said Diamond 4 and he's Master.
And you were about to say Emerald or something. Well, no, you almost said Platinum,
I
actually.
nearly said Platinum. But now that Nathan, that you mentioned that.
I looking at that clip, I don't know what you guys expect from a support player at that point. Like, those supports were really good.
I thought that was great, yeah.
Bush control,
The bush
roaming on
control was really good.
timers.
The roaming was really good. But
They-
the level
dude,
1...
If you see a Platinum Leona, they just missed their E. The supports didn't miss a single spell. They landed
interesting.
every rel W, every rel spear. Maybe you're just thinking about mid lane ability usage, but like in bot lane ability, like that Jinx using their E like that, like,
very nice.
instantly. Like, there's no way they're below diamond, like high
Fascinating.
diamond.
It just
Jinxes
shows
don't
how
use-
little I know about bot lane.
Jinxes just don't use their abilities in when I review games. That's crazy.
It's
though.
eye-opening.
Yeah, awesome. That was a really cool experience seeing you guys review that. Okay. Let's jump into another really uncomfortable situation, and let's go for a top lane clip now.
All right.
So I do have a top lane clip, but it is another laning phase. We're in the late lane.
Yeah.
Do you guys want some mid game?
No, it doesn't have to be.
Let's do another lane phase. I want to test my lane phase again because it's one sample size. But yeah, I mean, I have not
What we'll
seen
do is
any
we'll
lane
do
phases
one more
well.
lane phase. We'll take a short break, and then
Okay.
we'll do some mid game.
Okay.
I'll get one or two mid games. Okay.
I'm going to be more comfortable in the mid game.
Yeah. So this is a top lane mid game. Sorry, a top lane laning phase. This is Pantheon versus Set, and I need you to not touch the controls because it says the rank in the title. Okay. So
Yes, we
Is that
can't
gonna
pause
be-
it.
we
We
can't
can't
play it.
really
Alright,
pause it.
Yeah, so just start playing it and we'll just
yeah,
watch.
I'm gonna wait until it fades off, and then you guys are gonna watch in real time. We're at the 8-minute mark.
Oh, we're just going to send this VOD.
This one's could be a bit tricky. Can you guys see? Okay.
Okay.
Remember, do not touch.
Okay, so what I'm looking for with Pantheon specifically is their passive usage. It's all about the passive usage. That's going to tell you the sophistication of their trading. Okay, so they've gone for PTA, very aggressive.
You can tell about the Set, Curtis. You did a lot of work on Set back in the day.
Yeah, that's really nice. Okay, very good understanding from Pantheon's perspective, understanding that. That's pretty basic though, but it's nice.
Decent matchup knowledge.
Yep.
So now we've got a slow build into the tower. Oh, no, Set's just
This
going
is just a very awkward scenario.
Yeah, Pantheon's out of mana. He's useless.
Interesting reset. Okay. Hopefully he cancels his base. Yep, good. I actually like that, by the way. I actually am a big fan of this, like going out of vision, basing, seeing what they do.
Yeah.
So that's actually a pretty high level concept. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but I do like that. A lot of people panic in those situations and they just will stay in lane. You show that you're just there, but if you back off and go out of vision, they're incentivized to hard shove, which gives you the wave.
The fake recall.
The fake recall, yeah. I think these recalls are nice. I like that fog usage. I like that whole sequence.
I'm looking at the jungler here once again. The jungler is doing the sequence like on spawn, even with ult. Usually Vi players try and force a play with ult. Especially on like bot or whatever it is. Maybe it's just in the farming mindset, but Vi players are never really in the farming mindset. So I'm starting to think that could be high elo with Vi.
Very interesting choice here.
Grubs are coming up.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. Your jungler's in the area as well. We know Vi's in the area. I like the way they played this.
The movement is pretty good, I think, overall.
Yeah.
The in and out, the
I
trading.
think that whole sequence is very high level, dude. Fairly good intention. Nice. I think, yeah, given that it looks like they had awareness of their jungler's location, I would like to think so. Again, Grub's coming up. I think heavy trading on the strong side is very good. I think it's a very high level play. I like that they're going and getting the next wave. There's no reason for them not to. They can. Very good.
Okay, the Briar has just died. By the way,
Smash wave into another recall. Hopefully.
Briar is not a common champion in Master Blast, by the way.
Interesting choice to do the plant here. It's definitely not the option that I would go, but okay. Looks like maybe they're trying to help their jungler and maybe they were worried about Set moving down. So maybe they are just they're that type of player that's a little bit more inclined to help their team. But it kind of fucks you over in the 1v1. I would never make this decision. I'm very greedy when it comes to this sort of stuff. Because now you're walking back to lane with half HP, no resources. And you don't have a way to get a recall. So I don't like this, personally. That alone will cost you a lot of LP.
What are you thinking? How much LP?
And the CS is also really quite low. But it is a very heavy training matchup, and we don't really know the context of the early lane. Good spacing. The clicking is just kind of low level.
You dodged the SETI.
Yeah, but it's not rapid. It's very like linear and just kind of old man. You know, it's
Fat clicks.
yeah, very fat
clicks.
Yeah, it's just not overly sophisticated.
Okay, the clip is about to end. I have to yank the
You have to
laptop
yank
away.
it. I don't want to say it. Don't ruin
I
it.
got to yank it. How much have we got left? Let me just double check. Yeah, it's about to.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a tough one. So there's some good things, good and bad. I think the quality, I think the trading was not bad. I think that R play was actually really quite good. I think the reset out of vision was really quite nice. I think the that decision to help the grubs is not ideal, but there was some merit to it, right? You're complimenting your jungler, so at least it wasn't like mindless. It looked like it had some sort of intention.
Yep.
This one's a hard one. I don't coach.
What about the way he played the gank in terms of his spacing and like, played it very slow, like in and out, like you were saying, Nathan, like kiting between cooldowns. That was kind of cool.
I don't know, man. I'm
It's so interesting that as soon as we get off your rolls, you're just like absolutely useless.
Which makes sense. Right?
Especially when lane phase.
Especially in lane phase. Mid game's different. But
let's see. Like, so what do you guys think?
okay.
Emerald 4.
Emerald 4, and you said
I'm gonna say Emerald 2.
he's bronze 4.
Wow.
And he's a genuine bronze 4 player. He's been bronze since...
Shows how little I know about top lane.
Yeah.
And the
Impressive.
Vi full cleared.
Bronze since...
So it's full clear in a way that
It's a different.
it's not
full clear.
intentional.
So there were a lot of happy accidents, is my opinion on that clip. Right?
so you think he wasn't thinking about the
ulti
Vi?
back to lane, had no idea Vi was coming. He just wanted to like try and cheese a kill on set. In terms of how slow he played the fight, I think it was almost like a little bit of lack of confidence exhibiting in playing it slowly, but he was actually just not confident in how he played the skirmish.
It wasn't intentionally like baiting it out for the Vi in a way. Interesting.
And in terms of like, he was just conceding push on all the waves, right?
Yep.
Like in terms of his
Clicks as well.
Yeah,
and then again overstaying for the Rift Herald. Greedy top laner would never do that.
No
The
way.
farm was very low.
I would say he's not even playing to win lane, really.
No.
In terms of the mindset, right? So,
Yeah, I think I just got gaslit tricked by that R, thinking he knows his jungler's there in the area. He wants the heavy trade to incentivize
Get private
them.
for grubs. How
Get
cool would
private
that be?
grubs,
Yeah.
beautifully, That's a really interesting example because it kind of shows how like you can overread a play, and it all ties into intention. I say this with ask my clients all the time. This is actually why I double check. So if say there's a play, for example, where they go for this kill, the first thing I ask is, did you know where the jungler was or not? Now, if they say, "Oh yeah, I actually was thinking about the jungler. I thought I could get in and out," then it's like, "Oh, cool, good play."
Yeah.
But if they say, "I actually wasn't thinking about the jungler," even though the play looks identical, it's about the intention behind the play.
Yeah, there's two different level of players there.
Two different level
with
of
the same
exactly
play.
right. Because one could be limit testing intentionally, one's like not even thinking at all.
Yeah.
You know?
As you said, Charles, happy accidents.
Happy accidents
yeah.
do happen.
Cool. So that clip was from Neil from the Top Lane Academy.
Yeah, right.
And he's a former support player. He's only been playing Pantheon for 2 weeks.
That explains the clicks.
So yeah.
Explains the clicks.
Awesome. Thank you, Neil, for the clip. Thank you for fooling them.
Shout out to Neil. Yeah,
tricked.
you got us, Neil.
Alrighty, so back with some mid-game now. We're starting off with a jungle VOD, so Nathan can redeem himself.
Me and Nathan have to execute now.
Yes.
We have to make up for our terrible choices last one.
It's a short one. It's 3 minutes, 25 seconds.
3 minutes 25.
So Nathan's on the
He's
clock.
on the clock,
to make this decision.
Yeah,
But Nathan did say this was the most crucial part of the game. 15 to 20.
Yeah, I think you can tell a lot.
Where are we at? in the
Not
game?
just about the jungler, but again, everyone. So I look at the minimap most of the time here, and I think jungle and support, I can tell a lot about their rank in
Alright,
the
put
mid
your money
game.
where your mouth is, Nathan.
Actually, no, all. Like even mid lane. Mid lanes have really bad lane assignments sometimes. All right, let's have
I
a look.
agree.
All right. Like, so can I get a tab screen going on here? So I'm sort of looking at some farm numbers here. Wow, 120 farm by Yasuo. Okay, so that's pretty good, but he has 5 deaths. I'm just trying to think about maybe Hecarim's win condition assessment. Who's the easiest person for him to kill? Hopefully there's a team fight in this clip, because Hecarim's actually very telling by the way they fight, by the way, as well.
Is that 4 grubs?
I'm going to assume something's going to happen in the clip.
you'd like to think so, yeah.
We are playing League. There'll be some combat.
Okay, so I like the lane assignments here. I love that Jhin and Lulu are bot and Talon's bot. I mean, Jhin and Lulu are mid and Talon's bot. That's fantastic.
What about the enemy bot lane not being mid, though?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
anything?
Yasuo.
There's 4 bot lanes in the game.
Yeah.
Is double camping? Is that important? What rank do they start doing that?
Double camp in Grub, Blue, and Gromp.
Yeah, like hiding the camps perfectly like that to each other.
Yeah. I mean, I think all ranks would do that. I think even a silver player would do that.
Skipping camps. Very good camera panning.
This Yasuo is just concerning me, by the way, Curtis.
Yeah, what's going on? Well, interesting.
And Yasuo wouldn't be tilted.
Nathan, look at the E though. He's held the E for so long this fight.
And started with R. Yeah, I do like that. And losing phase rush.
Very cool.
Yeah, I mean, the Yasuo it's one of those things. It depends on are they just tilted and they're just running it down?
He holds E,
Well,
right?
tower's low. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
And he procs phase rush. Holy shit, that's perfect. That's what I teach. Is this...
Could he be from the Jungle
Yeah,
Academy?
is this one of my students? I can't get gaslit by my students. This is ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, the execution is what I was be looking for the Hecarim, and that was very sort of clean.
Straight to enemy Raptors.
Yeah, straight to the Raptors. But yeah, I mean, just the Yasuo mid there, which is baffling. Like, okay, there's no way this is
Look at
Master
this.
Plus. And Lux like sitting around mid. Like, why is she trying to like be there and defend? Like, and the enemy team's not so far behind. Everyone's given up and tilted. I mean, maybe they're a little bit behind, but that's just, she only has 4 deaths. I mean, she's clearly not tilted. Like, that's just disgraceful from Lux and Yasuo. I don't really care too much about that, but that was just a bit ridiculous.
Spending his money. Not got long in the clip, Nathan.
Halfway through.
Yeah.
Have you removed any ranks so far?
Yeah, there's no way this is Diamond Plus.
Okay, and what about on the opposite end? What's a minimum rank?
And this Hecarim has a lot of farm kills. And the way that Hecarim fought, there's no way. Yeah, every Hecarim in bronze, silver, gold, platinum. Yeah.
So he has to be Emerald then. You've already figured it out. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
He's not
Hold
Diamond
on.
Plus.
Just hold on. Give me another minute.
So doing the camps teams resetting. Where's Talon's dead? So what did Talon do? What is Talon doing? How did Talon even get
So
there?
Talon was pushing bot the whole time.
Rotated up, started taking the blue buff.
Yeah.
Did the blue buff camp there? Looks like he was camping to wait to catch someone on the blue buff. Dies. I mean, yeah, that is pretty disgraceful.
Yeah.
That's abnormal behavior, I would say.
But they're just not valuing farm and experience. I don't see an urgency from the mid laners this game both to be getting experience.
What about
to go
this
and
lane
push.
assignment?
Yeah,
Gragas
the
just pushing bot and Gragas,
Gragas
is just chilling.
like chilling here.
Yeah.
Wait.
How did Gragas get there?
Also, Philios is like top lane by himself. Like, why is the Philios running all the way up there by himself? Is that a Philios really up there like that? Okay.
This is really bad from Gragas. The fact that Gragas is still there and the Talon is dead and Urgot's just pushing bot. There's no, like you said, Nathan, there's no way this is like, it's definitely not high diamond. It's probably not even low diamond. But to be fair, Gragas didn't have TP. So maybe Gragas' mindset is like, oh, I'm going to lose the tower anyway. And then just like fucking sack it and just get rift.
I would say, what do you think of the Hecarim chat mastery though, Nathan?
Yeah, it's
Like, that E was kind of cool again, no? I mean, I can't see the laptop perfectly, but it looks like he's playing the fights quite nicely, no?
Yeah. But again, like, it's sort of what I said at the beginning of this thing is like people are going to show us their sort of highlight reel. I feel like that's what my intuition, again, it might not be true, but this guy's, that's why I'm not really looking at the Hecarim more so. I'm looking at the rest of the enemy team. So I'm going to have to say Platinum 2.
Okay. Well,
Keep going.
Keep going.
watch the
I
last-
think
I think
he's keep going.
we only got about 10
I just
seconds
want to
left.
see what the Talon does here.
Yep, good call.
Jin didn't go back mid. Jin stayed top, which is...
So double deploying bot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fine if they're
Yeah,
heavy
it's
trading.
whatever. Yeah.
They got the tower.
I mean, the game has just devolved at this point. There's like 40 kills. What? Yeah, almost 50 kills in 18 minutes. This game is just a cast. And to be honest, higher games can sort of look like this as well. Like even like, you know, Emerald and stuff. So games can good. And to be honest, that actually makes sometimes
Urgot
mid
just got a
games.
double kill.
Wow.
Double killed him.
They got 1v2'd, yeah. Talon didn't ult, it looks like.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so Hecarim's looking to go back to red there.
The clip ends.
Okay, the clip ends. I was
Okay.
going to say if he pushed mid-wave and goes to the Raptors, but I guess he can't. Yeah, Platinum 2 is my guess. I'm going to stick with that.
Interesting. Curtis, any calls?
Yeah, I'm just like, I think the Yasuo running up mid like that, the Talon going for that cheesy kill, it's definitely not Diamond Plus, I don't think. I think it's, I think Nathan's spot on. I think it's Plat. I don't even think it's Emerald. I think it's like Plat
There's just the way that the
4
Talon and
something.
So
Again,
you
I'm
say Plat 4?
Yeah, I'm gonna say
says
Plat
Plat 2.
Platinum 1. Very close,
very
Mr.
close.
Mott.
Good job, Nathan.
Redemption
Dude,
for Mr.
you
Mott.
redeemed yourself, dude. That was great.
That was good. I'm
played.
surprised you weren't gaslit by the mechanics.
No, because
That was awesome.
because again, I have extra that mindset. Is that I literally was just looking at Yasuo and Talon. Like that and the Lux death like is just
Yeah, the
disgraceful.
Lux-
How cool is it to see that as soon as you get in the mid game, everyone's decision making is exposed?
Yeah, it
all the
is
time.
instantly,
Like,
yeah.
mid game tells a
Yes,
lot.
mid telling tells a lot.
Like that Pantheon could trick you guys in the lane because he's just chilling in
Yeah,
the lane, helping
yeah.
using abilities and stuff. The second you have to make choices of where to be on the map, like you're just done. Like
Yeah, well
Very
played, Dan.
cool.
That was really good. Really, really good. That was a good one. I like that clip.
That was a great clip.
Yeah, the Yasuo going mid really threw me off. That's what I think the Lux staying mid as well threw me off. That's why I thought it was a little bit lower. And the fact that Gragas didn't recall and defend bot, that's why I thought it was like even lower than high plat. But
Nah, but then the way that the Hecarim was playing up
I can't read that.
Yeah.
So that's why I couldn't.
So it was Sergeant Pepper 4 was the name. It's Daryl T. If you know who Daryl T is, maybe he's from Jungle Academy. He said not a word in his email. Just posted the clip.
I don't think.
He's a man of action, Daryl T.
I don't think Daryl's in. No, that doesn't ring a bell. I don't think he's in Jungle Academy.
Okay. Cool. So we're going back to the mid lane now. This is an interesting one because we're jumping into we're 20 minutes in the game behind as a Kassadin. Very interesting.
Wow.
You can pause and play as much as you want.
Okay, so I need to look at the farm.
You can find a tab screen as well if you like.
Yeah, so farm is... My mic just went to Narnia. Sorry, I apologize for that. The farm's not bad. It's like 170 by 20 minutes. We've got Ignite, not TP, which is just worth noting. A very interesting setup with a Phase Rush and Ignite.
What would a Challenger Kassadin go?
I don't even know nowadays. I think the meta's changed a lot. So I'm not actually up to date with Kassadin setups right now.
Big map. He's got a big map.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right.
I like a big map.
Let's play it out. I need a bit more information here. So Atacon is up.
The Caitlyn is bot lane.
Yeah, but like that's like that other clip as well, by the way. When I see an 80 carry in side lane
I
by
get so
themselves
angry, yeah.
in the mid game, it's like the Aphelios was top. It's like, come on.
Mid
What are
push,
we
mid
doing?
push.
Yeah, like it just devalues these
What is
these
the
clips.
ambassador doing?
Okay, so what I'm looking for here as well, the execution. Typically, I really want to be looking for R auto W. Did they R auto W? I can't even see. The quality's not amazing. So R.
Yeah, they did.
I think he did auto W, which is good.
It makes sense that the enemy team is sending it because Caitlyn is bot. It's their incentive to do so.
Okay, so let's see if we can get on that. Okay, let's look at the tab screen.
Yeah, I want to look at
The
tab
tab
screen
will
and
give us a bit
assess.
more information here. So what we see is, so Camille is like inting, basically, 2 and 11. Okay, so we kind of see, I mean, Kassadin did a pretty good job this game. This Kassadin actually kind of dominated mid lane, it seemed like.
I just want to mention, remember that Jarvan clip that we saw? Jarvan has 95 farm at 21 minutes. That Jarvan in the other clip had 80 farm by 10
And it's
minutes.
also an electrocute Jarvan,
Yeah.
is worth noting.
That
That's a
look-
really good point. Yeah.
That looks like it's someone who's like sort of just trying to play for like, for
But it's
for one
electrocute.
shots, for one shots,
Yeah. But they didn't even go lethality. They still went
Yeah,
Eclipse,
that's right.
which is weird.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see like Electro with like the lethality.
Like the hubris and stuff like that.
yeah,
Is that, yeah.
Yomas or whatever. So Kassadin just took mid farm away from the Caitlyn, which I actually don't mind that. Sometimes as a Kassadin, he's like, give me the ball, get the fuck out of the way type thing.
Yep.
Looks like they're trying to. They're muting everyone. It seems like is that what they were trying to do?
He was putting. The
Oh no,
chat
he's
back
actually.
on.
Oh, he actually chat back on to say we win, and then muted again. Wow.
Wow.
I don't really know what to make of that.
That's called good lull state usage.
That
I
is
think.
good low state usage. He's trying to get his team on board, and he's confident, right? He's playing Kassadin. He's scaling. He's getting close to level 16 here.
Are you liking this lane assignment?
I actually love trading off Atacon personally. Just give it and just buy time.
Especially
to
as a
16.
level 15 and
Exactly.
a half Kassadin, right?
Just
That makes a lot of
just
sense.
leave it, sack it, and if you lose it, you lose it.
Interesting.
Okay, who's pinging? So Jarvan wants to give.
Okay, so by the way, let's just take a look at this.
There's a lot going on here.
What I really like here is I love how we're shoving the wave all the way. He actually pinged assistance as well on the dragon, so he's decisive. He's made a decision. He wants to play for the dragon. He shoved it all, and a lot of people as well wouldn't go to the next wave here. I like how he actually goes to the next. He actually hovers and tries to potentially contest the next wave, or just make sure it kind of crashes. Like I do like this. Like a lot of Kassadins will just instantly move, so he's just double checking to make sure he doesn't need to collect the next one. Sees Ari.
Also, I like that he didn't go for that wave because of red light. He was all in base.
Yep.
That would be int if he went for that wave.
I think this is. I actually really like the macro here. Actually, you've made the Ari react inside. You actually have a man advantage, and what I like here is also stacking his R. It's really important. So he's getting his R stacks up. So he's got sitting on 2, which is a really good amount. 2 to 3. You know, maybe the execution there could have been tightened up a little bit, but he doesn't have Zonya's. I like this. I think this is very decisive.
Wow, he's really taking control of his game.
Yeah, he is.
This is actually so cool
This is
to
good.
see. Yeah.
I will just note, Curtis, Camille just tried to 1v1 the Ambessa and he's 211.
Yep.
They just fought, like literally up in the lane phase. She's like fighting him.
Camille should be catching the wave at the T2.
Yeah, but we've already established that the Camille's just tilted, right?
Yeah, it could be tilted. I
Probably.
mean, you could Diamond player could be tilted and just give up as well, right? Like that's fine.
I mean, she's 2-11.
Yeah, 211 is quite disgraceful.
And actually, I don't even give a shit about trading 1-for-1 there. Even if he died, it's fine. You're getting gold as a Kassadin. It's
It's
really
a game-winning play, no? For
Yeah,
Kassadin,
it's
100%.
huge. I mean, you can win the game now. Like it's in my opinion, it's game over. You can carry now as a good Kassadin.
So this is...
It's a 5-minute sequence. This is
three
great.
more minutes, wow.
Yeah, if I get this wrong, I should be fired.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
So Curtis, wait, before we see how should he conduct himself now?
Yeah, so
we can compare
basically
it to
you
your
want to
hypothesis.
you just want to streamline, get to 16, and we want to look for shove and move plays. So I'm looking for the man advantage mindset. I'm looking for the target selection. I'm looking for are they stacking up their R before fights? Are they weaving in those auto Ws? And just the understanding of their limits. I'm really looking for here. Like
Yeah, okay.
How decisive are they? You know, and we have seen good quality pings. He's definitely trying to take control. Like this, I know for a fact this is not platinum. There's no way this is platinum.
You think it's higher than platinum?
It's higher than platinum in my opinion. Just just with like that decisiveness with the communication. I think that was pretty high level, dude.
Nathan's hyper focused on this Camille.
Okay, the one thing here though is a red flag. I really don't like this. I would have preferred him just like leave Caitlyn to die. He should have gone top that whole time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like right, like we're not gonna help with the like just why
It's an autopilot deployment.
yeah, why are we deploying mid here? Just let your Caitlyn rot. Go top. Shove that one all the way out. You make someone react. So from this, it's definitely, it's between, in my opinion now, between low plat to like D4 in there. I'm thinking initially.
Nathan, what's your
But
guess?
I know you're tunnel visioning on the Camille tilted. That's why you're thinking
No,
as well,
And the
right?
Jarvan's
I
farm.
just looked at the Jarvan.
Oh,
and
the Jarvan.
I just
Yeah.
looked at the Caitlyn Dine. I'm going for high silver, low gold.
Okay, so this play. Okay.
Nathan, I mean, I'm not laughing because you're wrong. I haven't.
Okay, so this pick here
so funny.
is a really big decision because they actually blew their flash for this, and this Ambessa doesn't have a bounty,
Yeah.
and you blowing your flash here. So this is a pretty big play, and you're desyncing your team. Like your team is all recalling. I mean, good execution, but like
Maybe he's thinking they get Artican off the kill.
yeah, AD carry is dead. I don't know if
It looks like he's not being any objective. So yeah, it was just a low value flash.
I think it's a very low value kill.
To be fair, you do see that all the way up the ladder though.
True. On Kassadin players, you will see it as well. Yes, that is true.
So both mid laners lane assigning mid.
I mean, the Caitlyn's dead, right? So you kind of have to cover mid. And you don't want to go box. You don't have TP, and you're spiked. So you want to fight. Like this is where you want to fight as Kassadin.
I guess he's also playing no TP as well.
Does he have sweeper? Did he swap to sweeper? Has he
He's
still got
had
vision trigger?
Vision trigger the whole time.
He's had vision trigger the whole time.
Is
Wow.
that a red flag?
That's a giant red
It is a
flag.
giant
You're moving
flag,
into
yeah.
the mid game
Yeah.
with no
But
sweeper
by
as a
the way,
Kassadin.
what I find, especially even for junglers as well, and if you find that, is that people don't think about their trinket at all until platinum
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah.
I see that as well.
That is
AD
a-
carry's not swapping to blue
That
trinket
is a
as
red
well.
flag,
Big one.
actually. The fact that that's actually scaring me a lot. That's scary.
Curtis, I'm quite
Yeah,
confident.
no,
in
you
The
now
doubt is setting in.
that no trinket and that failed to deployment topside. It's definitely lower than Emerald. Definitely lower than Emerald. Now we're getting into the platinum gold territory.
What about the Ambessa's lane assignment, by the way? If I'm that fed Ambessa looking to like win this game, like shouldn't she have been like pressuring bot the majority of this time?
I think Caitlyn was just overextended mid, and she just wanted to free kill.
That's fine.
Oh, sorry, Ambessa's dead. I can't see the laptop.
Yeah. Yeah, nice little shove and move. Good camera panning. Very good camera panning. Very nice.
This is good by Caitlyn just running at the fight instead of mid.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's not hard to play a fed Kassadin here. Don't know if I agree with this chase, but it looks like we're able to get it done. So well played.
We're level 16 Kassadin.
And Ambessa was TPing behind, so that's fine. Didn't see that.
So yeah, this is clearly not high elo because there's no mid wave
Nope.
at all.
Nope.
Like no one cares about mid wave. It's just
Nope.
running there, fighting.
No one's playing opposite side. There's not sort of no push and moving at all.
Yeah, and this is where I'd want to see stacking your R here. There's no stacking R.
Yeah, farming size just goes out the window
Yep.
for both teams.
This is also just really not good. There's no stacking R. You're probably sitting on vision as well. It's very obvious. This is scary, Nathan. This is definitely quite unsophisticated now. Like you can see there's elements of play that are like there, but then there's like this very
It just
ugly.
falls apart.
It falls apart.
Explodes, yeah.
Mid game exposes you.
Mid game does expose you. So there's elements of it that you can see they're really having a crack. Like they've got like a recipe of like, okay, I know what I should kind of do at a high level with Kassadin, but there's lacking finesse everywhere in the LoL states.
There's a lot of intensity though.
A lot of intensity.
I feel like a lot of
But
intensity.
Kassadin's busting his balls.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely having a crack.
All right, is that the end of this clip? How much longer we got? Yeah, it's the end of the clip.
end of
All right,
the
goal 4. I say goal 4.
Okay, I gotta really
Curtis has got to
think about
enter into
this.
his mind
This
palace.
is hard. This one's hard.
I think
really
it's
am
really
shocked.
easy, by the way. I'm super confident in this one. The only people might be saying Nathan was initially saying like
But
silver.
you very rarely see that level of intentionality with like taking control like that in gold, dude. Like, do you see it? Like, when's the last time you saw a gold player like take fucking control of a game like that?
But once again, I'm looking
looking at
at
the
the
Jarvan
whole.
with the Electro.
No, I'm looking at all 5 players. I'm looking at all 10 players.
Yeah, you're looking at the big picture.
You were reviewing that as a cat from.
Yeah,
the
I'm looking at
perspective.
just the Kassadin. But yeah, you think like the Caitlyn overstaying mid, getting picked on mid. You're seeing the.
Curtis, you got to trust your gut, man. Don't let it
Yeah,
gas
come
you.
on.
Don't listen to
Don't
Nathan.
listen
No,
to
let's
me.
break down the variables. Let's be logical here,
Okay.
right? Let's look at the variables, right? Didn't swap to sweeper. Was inconsistent with R stacking. Did
Yep.
it sometimes? Did it not do it others?
He pushed and moved to get that dragon. And
Yep,
made the
he
game
pushed
winning,
and
but
moved.
stacked his R that time.
that
So he
was
clearly
very
knows
good.
to do it sometimes.
That was pretty good. That
His
was actually a good
communication.
sequence.
He pinged his intent a lot.
Pinged intent. Didn't fuck about going top side as well. Like knew he had to get 16. Like you
Yep.
could tell he had an emphasis on that, which is not overly complicated. Then you've got the spanners, the spanners there. You got the Camille ending on the 2 and 11. You've got the
The electrocute Jarvan with
That's
its
a
80
giant
farm.
red flag.
Yeah.
Like I said,
The Caitlyn split pushing bot.
Yeah, the Caitlyn was randomly bought for whatever reason. You saw the flash on the Ambessa when no one else was on the map, and there was like no bounty, which is a really questionable flash.
Yep.
And then you see the lack of stacking R around the next fight. You saw
Just a clusterfuck at Artican. Just like that
Yeah.
absolute mess.
Yeah.
Of its
Like
end
that
champion.
mid game could have gone like bronze level, like in a way, but no, I'm going goal 4. Goal 4.
You're going that low. You think it's gold lower than that?
Yeah, I could go.
Because
based on those
I
variables,
don't look at. I'll be honest. I don't look at junglers in my reviews. Like
Yeah.
when I'm even if I'm in any review, I don't look at the jungler. I don't give a fuck what the jungler's doing. I'm actually paying full attention to us.
I've seen junglers in my games go like 95.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's me.
me.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Come on, I've been there as well.
and he probably could be secondary. It could be autofill, dude.
Like, we don't know how that happened.
Yeah,
Nathan.
we have
we
no
only know
idea.
his
I know,
scoreline,
I
not
know,
his
I
story.
know.
Come on.
Yeah, that's
let's-
just one part. I'm not just focusing on Jarvan. Assume there's more the Caitlyn.
Okay, so Nathan's looking in goal 4.
Goal
You're
four.
looking in
You
goal
gotta make a
four.
decision, Curtis.
I can't go that low. There's no. I just don't think that's that. I think it's
Platinum.
Trust
4.
your gut, Curtis. Don't listen to this
channel.
man. Don't even listen to him.
I
How well did the Kassadin play? Let's get serious for a second.
Yeah, I think the Kassadin made some pretty good decisions, and that level of play, and the farm was good. They dominated the lane opponent. The farm, the confidence with the build as well. Like he went phase rush with ignite, just like the confidence to go ignite as a player.
Carry mindset.
The carry mindset. I'm gonna say, you know what? I could look like a total idiot here, but I'm gonna say it's like way off to you. I'm gonna say it's more like mid. I'm gonna say it's like somewhere to mid emerald, dude.
Wow.
Diamond 3.
You think Diamond 3? I'm thinking.
No, it is Diamond 3. That's the
Oh, really?
result.
I
Diamond
said
3.
mid emerald.
So you said mid emerald.
Okay.
The true rank is it's Diamond 3 on EU Nordic and East.
Interesting.
So probably high emerald EU West.
yeah.
But he actually peaked Diamond 1 this season.
Yeah, so let's just be honest. So Diamond 4 EUNE is probably Emerald 4 EU West. Right?
It's that stark.
It's that different.
Okay, so he's Diamond 3, so that means he's about Emerald 3 US. So you were pretty...
Wow.
I think for EU West, yeah,
you
because
go.
I'm thinking EU West. I'm not thinking ranking in it. I think I'm pretty bang on then. I think I'm pretty
correct,
bang
you
on
were.
there.
You almost let Nathan gaslight you saying he was
Yeah,
bronze
you
level.
really fucked me there, but I'm proud of myself for sticking my guns.
Congratulations. I did want to probe you to make you actually answer yourself,
Yeah.
because I could tell you didn't
I was getting anchored
like
by Nathan,
that.
but I'm happy I went mid emerald there.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was.
Nathan, in SoloQ, just shit happens, man. Like, that Camille, like, playing badly after going 2-11, that would happen if that Camille was in GM, like, a lot of it.
Yeah, people
that
can just tell.
happens.
But that's like
I've been that guy,
genuinely
I've been that
giving
Camille.
up.
I've been that
but
Camille.
like fighting in top lane. in the middle of the lane when you're 211. I guess that person's just given up mentally.
No, but the reason Nathan I said it has to be emeralds is because the quality of the shoving and moving, the stacking of the taking control of the game aspect, you just don't see that in gold.
I think there was random
This is
stuff,
true.
but there wasn't a ram. Like the Kassadin
He had
wasn't just-
intention.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
did have intention.
Yeah,
Also,
So-
that Caitlyn going bot for the tower, yes, it was bad, but at
you
least
know-
that Caitlyn was trying to inject gold into herself. You know, like there was at least some logic behind what the Caitlyn was doing.
I think I'm pretty bang on.
The diamond, the taking control, I didn't, you're right. Gold players don't even
never
bother
take
taking
control.
of games.
Yeah, there you go.
They're victims of mid-game gold players.
They just follow to
They
whatever's
just
going
follow.
around.
They
yeah.
don't. Yeah, exactly right.
Cool. So that is from Anestus, from the MLA. Been an MLA member for a few months. Max Radio Active is their name. Kassadin player.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Do we do one more?
Yep, let's do
Yeah,
one
let's
more.
do one more. I'll give you guys a choice between these two clips. We can either look at a Qiyana VOD, where the Qiyana is very fed. Qiyana Mid, 23 minutes into the game, very fed Qiyana. How do we close it out? Or we can look at an 80 carry mid game from the 15-minute mark, playing Jinx.
I'll be honest. I just don't have nothing to say about 80 carries. So I'll do nothing. So it's just,
Let's do Qiyana.
It's a stab in the dark.
Is
So
it
let's
the
just do
Qiyana?
Qiyana.
Yeah.
So that's one of the major learnings from this episode is you guys don't know about top laners or 80 carries.
Nope.
And unfortunately I couldn't find any supports. I would have loved to find a support, but come on guys, need some role swaps.
All right. So
Wow, we're 9-1, 180 farm, 23
He's
minutes.
the only fed carry this game.
Yeah.
9-1.
So the game's all on him.
So you'd want to see some similar pinging from the Kassadin last game.
Yes, we will need to. If this is high elo, you'll
Or
want to
gold,
be taking
according
control.
to you.
Yeah.
Gold.
Yes.
Okay. So I like the hold on the flash. Okay. I like the hold on the flash there. A bit of a rushed abilities, but okay. Worth noting. Looks like the next objective is they've got a dragon coming up relatively soon.
We're really like in the shits as soon as this clip starts.
Do have R. Okay, nice. I mean, pretty stock standard adaptation.
There's another side laning 80 carry, by the way. Just
I
want to point
love
that
the insta recall here. This is very good. No, I don't. I like how they don't help their team doing the tower. Ping the
Ooh.
dragon as well. Ping the
Awesome.
dragon, insta base value tempo.
out. Very cool.
Again, like I said as well, they also didn't waste their flash before when they potentially could have, which is great. Very, very good. And they ping their R, by the way. They ping their R cooldown as well.
This is great. Yeah.
Already, this is 100% emerald and above.
Okay.
Straight away. That level of the decisiveness with the macro there.
And the trinket has been used, Curtis. The trinket is on cooldown.
Trinket, yeah. Okay, so I love the positioning here. Darius moving onto top side. Ping on the way. We have ulti up in 15. The enemy's out of position. Looks like we can quickly get this one. We should be able to get it quickly. So nice little rush there. I respect it. Okay. Ult up in 2. Okay. What are we doing here? That was a bit of a waste of time. Baron is the next objective here. We see
Zeri's bot.
Zeri's on bot, so we really...
Another 80 carry in the side lane.
Nah, but I think Zeri has to go there. It's fine. That one's fine.
Oh. Okay, I need to look at the execution here again.
Yeah, what do you want to see in this clip?
I mean, it's actually not super easy because typically what you would want to do here is you'd want to try and get the R off while they're against this little ledge here.
When you R flash or something here? It's
Yeah,
like full combo?
it would be a very high value kill as well, a double kill because you probably turn this double kill into a Baron, to be honest with you. So there was hesitation.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so one thing I've noticed with Qiyana players is that they really struggle for some reason using their flash aggressively. And you'll see with a lot of like lower level or like, mid tier, like, Emerald Diamond, they struggle to use their flash. And I think a big differentiating factor is that decisiveness.
Yeah.
That decisive factor is a master plus.
Just
there.
knowing how to full combo as well.
Just
like
really quickly and
R flash,
decisively. Just fucking boom.
QWEQ, bam.
Yeah.
just
And
go.
also knowing your damage numbers because people are hesitant to flash when people are full HP, right?
Yeah.
That's what people. The
Yeah, I
general
agree.
thing
And
is.
before an objective as
So
well.
I think that this is definitely, I can't imagine this to be higher than, it's definitely not higher than Master.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good. No, nice flash. Well played.
He flashed the Fizz E flash. That was kind of cool. I feel like he played the back half of the fight way better than the front half. kiting.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, really well played.
Are you looking at the Lee Sin, Nathan?
I was looking at his ult usage there.
How was it? How did Lee play the fight?
It was fine.
It's just fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I like the awareness here. I definitely would want to see a recall. I think you would definitely need to try and get a recall here.
Recall
Okay.
back to side. Yeah, get
I
this
think
out.
it's all right.
Okay, you better not siege in the next tower. Why is the enemy team siege in the next? Okay,
Okay.
good. Lee Sin instantly went to the
Good,
Raptors.
and great decisiveness, understanding what they
Okay.
need for the next item.
Okay.
Base, insta base. Pretty good, clean lol state usage. Yeah, good. Okay, so, yeah, they're fed as fuck.
How do you close this game out? What would you do from here as Qiyana?
I mean, really, all you got to do is just kind of park yourself around the next neutral, you
Yep.
know, and
Yeah.
just look for an up play on your R. That's really it. You're going to win fights with how fed you are. And if Fizz shows, like, you just kind of send it. So look at that decisiveness. Fizz insta shows bot. We get a pick and we insta ping on the way here. Whether or not it's the best play, I love the decisiveness. You can see they're really looking, right? They're really looking for something. Yeah, I actually really like this.
I
Like,
think it's all clean macro.
it's I respect it. I think a really bad decision would be to insta run bot. Like, this is just very decisive.
Holding R.
Good hold on R.
Wow,
Very
that's
decisive.
actually very impressive.
very, very impressive.
Wow.
Yeah, there's elements of this person's play that are very nice. You can see they're using the lol sets very effectively, you know? Like, they're playing with a lot of intention. Interesting. This one, okay, so my intuition straight up is that you can kind of tell this is a pretty higher level VOD just with the quality of the transitions. Like, you compare it to a lot of the gameplay, like that before with Max Radio, whatever his name
The
was.
Kassadin, yeah.
The Kassadin. This is the next level, I feel like. This is definitely higher than them,
We're
right?
insta-basing after fights.
Yeah.
We're deploying to where our team is.
Yeah.
We're paying attention to who's showing where.
Yeah. I'm getting vibes of, like,
High diamond,
Diamond.
master. I'm thinking I'm in the
you're
master
thinking even
bracket.
master?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
I know that you mentioned the whole flash thing, but like I think it's
That's easy to point out in review, hard to do in the game.
Yeah, true. And it could also be that they knew they were the main win con and they just wanted to be ultra conservative with their flash usage. Like, maybe they felt they didn't need to do it. Like, it again depends on the intention, you know?
Okay, my concern here is Thresh. What are you doing, Thresh, dude?
Supports do go on adventures.
We have Baron. So that people are pinging the Dragons. The Dragon next objective. Maybe it's Lee Sin's fault.
Well, doing Dragon when you have
No,
Baron.
Dragon's not
He's
even
not
up.
even up. So, he said he
Just
went
trying
to
to get the
Fizz.
kill. You're never going to kill that Fizz, though,
Yeah,
right?
but,
Surely.
I mean, it's...
Well,
yeah, I think
I
it's...
think in an ideal world, doesn't Qiyana just go side versus
Yeah,
Fizz push it
yeah.
out and then the rest of his team?
But
move mid?
Qiyana's now adapting to what Thresh and Ezreal are doing. So this
Which
is
is good.
correct
No.
from Qiyana.
Yeah, it is. It's fine. from
Adapting to the
Qiyana,
solo
definitely.
queue.
Well, they're
Yeah, I
playing
like it.
three lanes.
I like it
Fizz
as
does
well.
that
By the
then.
way, they're not skipping mid wave. They're on mid wave. Make sure that we're shoving out mid wave. Like some people get caught up in the chaos of top and just rotate top there. They're staying
This is
poised, very poised.
Wow.
Interesting.
Master 200.
You think Master 200?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, with the quality of the lol state usage is very high level. Yeah, you might be right. I'm gonna just be different to you. You know, just
Okay.
be a little bit different, just so it can. You know, it could be you could be in there. I'm gonna just say. I mean, yeah, that decisiveness. Fuck, you're right. That decisiveness in the mid game is rare. They also were clean on those resets. They held the R.
Curtis, you got to stand up for yourself, man.
Is Curtis getting influenced by a decision?
I am. I'm just gonna say.
Again, let's just bring it back to basics. How well did the Qiyana play? Bring it back to basics.
They were so on point. I think Nathan's spot on. It is I think it is master tier level of play. I'm gonna say master, just to be different. Say master 100.
So you're saying Master 200?
Yeah.
You're saying Master 100?
Yeah.
Diamond 4.
Okay.
Qiyana.
Shit.
Kiki.
Well played. I mean, they played that well. Those were nice transitions.
And by the look of, and this might make a lot of sense, just looking at the account, they do not play like that every game. They have an average deaths of 5, an average kills of 6. And in that VOD there, they were like, 13 and 2.
Interesting. So,
So
maybe
definitely a top-end VOD from that player. Maybe that's their ceiling, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, quite honestly, the things that really surprised me, that impressed me, is
Well, they lost that game.
Interesting.
Then he went 16, 2, and 10 and lost the game.
Interesting. So just that sequence though, like if you unpack it, the clean reset on after that bot play on bot, the hold of the flash, the hold of the R, the deployments, the pings, it was just clean. I mean, that is master tier level of play. If you can do that, if you can replicate those things, you will climb in master tier. It's just everything else we just don't see. But props to
And
them.
it's one game sample size as well. This is why you have like the skills. You know, this might be
Skill
a high
ceiling
variance
and
player.
skill 4.
Yeah.
Exactly right. So well played. That's a very good sequence. I'm off about 400 off it. 400.
It's awesome. It's holding the ulti in some of those
Very
situations.
nice.
Like,
Impressive.
really cool stuff.
Very clean. So yeah, no, that was interesting. I think that was a really
Yeah.
interesting one.
Interesting enough, this player's on the climb. They've gone from plat to emerald to diamond, so they're clearly on an upward trajectory. So yeah,
It doesn't surprise me.
good stuff, Qiyana. Keep going.
I think we wrap that up.
Yeah, that we're done. That's all the clips.
The quote from this episode, I love what Charles said. He said to Curtis, "What do you expect from supports?" It's just
Like,
Curtis.
I love that Leona Rel were like just like going to war with each other, landing every ability, pressuring on every
Leona
minion.
decides this was good.
Like, come on, like, what do
I
you
respect
want that Leona to do?
Yeah, I'm delusional when it comes to supports.
That was fun.
That was good.
That was fun.
interesting. I mean, let us know. I mean, it is a bit awkward for a podcast, right? Maybe this is something we want. Maybe we should do on our main channels or something rather than just on podcasts. But yeah,
Expanding the BBC universe.
we had a crack. Let us know if you would like to see this sort of thing. Not all the time, but maybe we can weave it in every now and then.
I mean, it was a requested episode, so we had to do it.
Yep. And overall, what would you rate our level of play here, Charlie?
I would say in general, you guys did exceptionally well at your own roles, and like 2 or 3 out of 10 on the off rolls.
Yep.
Like that Jinx VOD and that Pantheon VOD, you guys had no clue.
No clue.
Absolutely no clue.
No clue.
But it's easy to say that from this chair, from the host's chair. You know, I don't have to answer the questions. But yeah, very good. I think both of you can get a solid A-, I reckon.
Cool. Very cool.
Thank you, sir.
All right. That's it for today's episode, guys. Good work. 3-block process. Get into the details. We'll see you guys next week.